If you're over 60, you've probably done exactly what you were told to do for your health. You go for walks, you try to stay active, you keep moving because everyone says, walking is the best exercise. But let me ask you this. Have you ever finished a walk and still felt like your legs were heavy, tired, or just not supporting you the way they should? Maybe your calves feel tight, your ankles feel swollen, or your steps feel less confident than they used to. It's almost like your body is working harder than it should just to keep you upright. If that sounds familiar, I want you to hear this very clearly. It's not because you're lazy, and it's not because you're too old. It's because there is a crucial part of your body that almost no one talks about, and walking alone often isn't enough to keep it fully awake. Deep inside your lower legs sits a powerful muscle called the soleus. You don't see it in the mirror. You don't flex it to show off. It works quietly in the background, and scientists have started calling it your body's second heart. Why? Because every time this muscle contracts, it helps pump blood back up from your feet and lower legs toward your heart. It literally assists your circulation against gravity. When it's working well, your legs feel lighter, swelling is reduced, and your energy lasts longer through the day. When it's underactive, especially after 60, your legs can feel heavy, your ankles may puff up, and your balance can feel shaky even if you walk regularly. Walking does use the soleus, but only partially, and often not strongly enough to keep it in peak condition as you age. The good news is, it's not gone, it's not broken, it's just underused. And today, I want to walk you through a simple progression of movements you can do at home to wake this muscle up, retrain your lower legs, and support your balance and stability from the ground up. No gym, no equipment, no jumping, no pressure. Just you, a chair, a bit of focus, and a willingness to reconnect with strength that's still inside you. Let's start in the safest and most comfortable place, sitting down. Imagine you're sitting on a sturdy chair at your kitchen table. Your feet are flat on the floor, your knees bent at a right angle. Your back isn't slumped. It's gently upright, like someone just reminded you to sit tall. This is where we begin to wake up your second heart. Keep the balls of your feet just behind your toes firmly in contact with the floor. Gently place your hands on top of your thighs, just above the knees. You don't have to push hard. A light pressure is enough. Now, slowly lift your heels off the floor, as if you're wearing invisible high heels. Go as high as you comfortably can. You'll feel the back of your lower legs begin to tighten and engage. Pause at the top for a second or two. Feel that squeeze in your calves, especially low down near your ankles. Then slowly lower your heels back to the floor. Don't let them drop. Imagine you're placing something fragile onto a shelf, smooth, quiet, controlled. That's one repetition. You can repeat this 10 to 15 times, once or twice a day. It takes maybe 2 minutes, and you can do it while watching TV, talking on the phone, or taking a short break from reading. But don't let the simplicity fool you. Each time you lift and lower, you're sending a message through your nervous system. Wake up. I still need you. Do your job. Over time, this gentle, seated motion strengthens your soleus without putting your joints at risk. As circulation improves, many people notice less ankle swelling by evening, less of that dragging feeling in their legs, and a greater sense of connection when their feet touch the ground. It's not loud or dramatic, but it's deeply effective when done consistently. If you've had a recent blood clot, severe varicose vein pain, or unexplained sharp calf pain, you should talk with your doctor before starting any calf-focused movement. But for most people, this is one of the safest, most joint-friendly ways to start waking up the lower leg pump that walking alone often doesn't fully activate. Now, before we move on to the next step, I want to pause for a moment. If you're finding this helpful so far and you'd like more simple, surgeon-approved ways to stay strong, steady, and independent after 60, take a second to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about senior wellness you can actually do. No guilt, no craziness, just practical habits that protect your strength and confidence. When you subscribe, you're not just following a channel, you're investing in a stronger future self. All right, let's stand up. You've just woken up your second heart from a seated position. Now we're going to teach that same system to support you when gravity is fully on your side, that is, when you're standing. Picture yourself standing at your kitchen counter or behind a sturdy chair. Place both hands lightly on the surface, not to lean your whole weight on it, just enough to feel safe. Your feet are hip-width apart, toes pointing straight ahead. Your posture is tall but relaxed, shoulders soft, chest open. Shift your attention down to the balls of your feet again. Gently transfer a little more weight toward them, just enough so you feel grounded, not so much that your heels float up yet. Now, slowly press through the balls of your feet and lift both heels off the floor. You're rising up onto your toes, but in a calm, controlled way, not in a quick bounce. Pause at the top. Notice how your calves are working harder now than they did in the chair. You're no longer just lifting the weight of your feet, you're lifting your entire body. Feel how your ankles are stabilizing, how your knees and hips adjust slightly to keep you lined up. Then slowly lower your heels back to the floor, again as if you're placing something delicate down. This is where a lot of the benefit happens, not just in lifting, but in controlling the way down. Repeat this 10 to 15 times. Go at your own pace. If you feel wobbly, use more support from the counter or chair. If it's easy, you can ease off with your hands a bit and let your ankles do more of the stabilization. Walking uses these muscles with each step, but often only within a limited portion of their range. This standing raise asks them to go from fully lowered to fully lifted, strengthening the full arc of motion. That trains your calves, your circulation, and your proprioception, that internal sense of where your body is in space. Proprioception is a big word, but it's at the core of balance. The more clearly your brain senses what your ankles and feet are doing, the more automatic your balance becomes. Instead of constantly thinking, am I steady? Am I going to trip? Your nervous system takes care of it in the background. If you've had recent surgery on your feet, ankles, or Achilles tendon, or you get dizzy when you stand, make sure to use plenty of support or stay with the seated version until your medical team clears you to progress. The goal isn't to rush. The goal is to wake things up safely and progressively. Now we're going to take this one step deeper, literally. So far, you've worked your lower legs with relatively straight knees. That's important, but there's an even deeper layer of muscle that needs your attention if you want long-lasting stability. The part of your soleus that really shines when your knee is bent. Stand behind your sturdy chair or counter again, hands resting lightly for balance. This time, shift your weight onto your right foot and let your left foot hover just an inch or two off the floor behind you. You're not kicking it back, just letting it float. Now, soften your right knee. You're not dropping into a squat, you're simply letting the knee bend a little. This small bend changes everything. With the knee straight, your body loves to rely on the big visible calf muscle closer to the skin. With the knee bent, that big muscle relaxes a bit, and the deeper soleus has to work much harder. From this bent knee position, slowly lift your right heel, rising onto the ball of your right foot. Focus on the feeling near the lower part of your calf, closer to the Achilles tendon and ankle. Hold for a second, then slowly lower your heel back down. That's one repetition all on one leg, with the knee slightly bent the entire time. Start with 8 to 10 reps on your right leg, then switch to your left. Keep both the bend in the knee and the movement slow and controlled. Think of it more like teaching your nervous system to behave differently, not trying to crank out reps. This bent knee version is where we really target that deep, endurance-focused part of your lower leg that's built to keep you upright for long periods. It doesn't get tired as fast. It's meant for posture, balance, and long-distance support, not sprinting or jumping. When this muscle is strong and responsive, the micro movements that happen all day standing on one leg to put on pants, stepping off a curb, turning quickly to respond to a sound, become more stable and less risky. If standing on one leg feels too hard or unsafe, you can modify this movement by keeping both feet on the ground, bending both knees slightly, and doing small heel raises in that bent knee position while using more support from your hands. Over time, as your confidence and strength grow, you can gradually shift more weight to one leg at a time. Now let's zoom out for a second and look at what you've just built. In the chair, you woke up the second heart gently with no body weight to worry about. On 2 feet, you trained it to support you against gravity. On one bent leg, you activated the deepest layers of your balance system. Together, these 3 variations form a powerful progression for anyone over 60 who wants more than just getting their steps in. They form a short, focused ritual you can repeat several times a week or even daily to keep your lower legs strong, your circulation active, and your balance system responsive. Here's a simple way to turn it into a routine. Start your day with the seated version. 10-15 slow heel raises in your chair. Sometime in the middle of the day, maybe while waiting for water to boil, or during a TV break, do your standing 2-leg raises at the counter. In the evening, when you're feeling steady and focused, add a round of bent knee single leg raises for each leg, even if it's only a few reps at first. In total, you might spend 5 to 7 minutes. That's it. No equipment, no commute, no special clothes. Just consistent communication between you and the muscles that literally help determine how you move through the world. Along the way, listen to your body. If something feels like sharp pain, stop and reassess. If it feels like effort, like a gentle burn or fatigue by the end, that's your muscles doing their job. As your body adapts, you may find yourself walking with a bit more bounce in your step, standing up with more confidence, and feeling less heaviness in your lower legs at the end of the day. And remember this, the goal isn't perfection. You don't have to move like you did at 25 to have a strong, capable, resilient body at 60, 70, or beyond. You just have to give your body the right kind of attention, the kind that respects where you are now and gently guides you toward where you want to be. You've just taken a step that many people never will. You've reintroduced yourself to the muscles that quietly protect your circulation, your stability, and your freedom. That is so much bigger than just 3 exercises. If you felt even a small shift today, even if it was just awareness, let me know in the comments by writing something like "second heart turned on," or share how your legs felt during the movements. Your story might be the encouragement someone else needs to start. Your journey to strength doesn't end just because you turned 60. In many ways, this is where the most meaningful chapter begins, where you stop chasing youth and instead learn how to use the body you have now, more intelligently, more kindly, and far more powerfully than before.